Hello and welcome to Never Alone with me, Balthelion. So this is a game I've been looking forward to playing for quite a while now, and I've decided to finally get around to it. But as you can see on the screen there, the subtitle for the game is Kisima Innitchuna. Hopefully I pronounced that right. I'm probably going to butcher all these native words. But this is a game which is to do with the Inuit people of Northern Alaska, and particularly one of their subcultures, which is the Iñupiaq people. And it's basically a game it's going to be like a platformer style game, but it's also going to introduce us to various aspects of their culture, which is going to relate to the game. So you're going to see some of their folklore and how that's going to influence the game and some of the game levels, some of like mythology, that kind of stuff, and how tools that they've used to survive have been replicated in game. So your player character is going to use some of those tools, and you'll see how that fits in with history and culture and stuff. But this is quite an interesting game because it's not only meant to be fun, it's also meant to be educational as well. I think the playtime for this is a few hours, but interspersed throughout those few hours as well, we're also going to get some interesting documentary features as well. And I've seen the intro one, but I haven't seen any of the others, and it looks like it's going to be really interesting. So hopefully you guys will find this both fun and educational, because it looks pretty awesome. The art style is fantastic as well, and the game's had some good reviews with that. There's also going to be some DLC for this as well, which I hopefully might play through at some point. But let's get the show on the road. So I have the option to play either the main game or the expansion, which is called Foxtails, but we're just going to play the normal one for now. Hopefully all my settings should be good to go, so we should be able to click new game, and I think that will launch us straight into one of the cultural insights, the documentary videos. So yeah, we're going to be told that we can learn these. So the Iñupiaq are an Alaskan native people who have thrived for thousands of years in one of the most formidable environments on Earth. You can learn more about the Iñupiaq through unlockable cultural insights. So I think we have to actually manually go off and watch insights on new. So this is the initial intro video just to introduce us, and then we can see these, and then there's going to be loads of these as we go along. So yeah, 24 in total. But let's get started.
One of the things I think a lot of people need to understand is we aren't a museum piece. The Iñupiaq people are a living people and a living culture. Even though we're in northern Alaska, which covers this vast area from Nome all the way over the Canadian border, is that there's this extreme value of interconnectedness and interdependence.
It's a hunting society, a gathering society from thousands of years.
This is what creates our culture.
That special relationship between humans and the natural world and the animals, and that it teaches you how to have a society that doesn't do too much harm to the world.
Love and respect for nature, for one another, for our elders. Very, very fundamental value, key to life.
Our values are something that bind us all. The importance of sharing with one another, the importance of spirituality, and the connection to the land, our traditions, how we hunt, sharing of stories and songs and dances.
I'm Iñupiaq. I'm from the Arctic Ocean.
I am Iñupiaq.
It's very important to me. It's who I am as a person.
And we're very proud of who we are, and we want to continue that.
It'd be busy, busy, busy all through the day. You get up and you just go right to work, right to work.
There was always something to do. There was never any idle time. The only idle time we had was after we eat and before we go to bed.
One of the older people would be just relaxing, laying down there, and saying, you know, it'd be really nice to hear a story. And then just organically, someone would just start telling a story.
Storytelling for the Iñupiaq people is very important because it not only created that sense of community, but is a way to pass on wisdom to the next generation.
It was like TV, you know? It was just like, it was as good as anything, any movie you've ever seen. And the storyteller told it so clearly that it was just as powerful as any of the greatest movie blockbusters you've ever seen.
There was a reason behind the stories that we were told because they held traditional knowledge. They held things that we might need to know in life, whether it was about how to find food or how to survive, or it was about well-being and the importance of connecting with people and being a good member of the community.
We all do stories. We all live in stories. We all tell stories to our friends. And they need to be told. They need to be heard.
Okay, so the stories that we are going to be experiencing as part of this game are going to be influenced by all the stories that they've just mentioned in there. So we're going to be playing as this girl character called Nuna, and also this Arctic fox companion, which to my knowledge doesn't have a name. But let's get the show on the road.
Unipkaaqutiarsiikpin taalaraniraqannassuq unipkaaqtuaq qaaviraaqama niviaqsiaqarualuggu iñuuniaqanersuq angaluqaagumini sumitaimma niviaqsiaqarualuqamuniallatunersuq aasiisulaqallavluni supayaanik. Iñuuniaqhutin anuqqautigaisi anuqqulingaaliaqsuq anuqqulingaaliaqpaalluni kisaimma panernialiaqsiput iviaqsiaqalualuk kisaimma isummeqpaq tapuraasi kangitsaquaqsigaasumman anuqqulisuguruqumaga summan anuqqulingaaliaqamagaan tapuraasi kangitsaquaqsigaasumman anuqqulisuguruqumagaan.
So there we go. Before we start the new level, we can learn about a new insight, which I think is about the weapon we just saw there.
So scrimshaw is this really beautiful method of art that's done either on baleen or ivory, and traditionally it was used to tell stories.
Each etching is telling a story of some event. Caribou hunting was taking place. This is what was going on. War began around this time, and so it sort of gives you a timeline of history through etching.
An elder or the person who carved it would literally be able to read the scrimshaw story.
They're like reading a book, in a way.
A lot of the storytelling traditions would be things that after the storytelling was done, we'd just rely on the next person telling it. And so scrimshaw is a very important way for Alaskan Native people to record their history.
That's a pretty cool art style. So that's obviously the art style that they're using for those narration videos in between the different levels. So let's get in the game. guessing we're going to be taught how to use all the controls here. Yeah, there we go. Jump! Jump again! Oh god, oh god, oh, nearly. Oh, shite. Crap, we can skid. Okay. That's alright, we've got a nice head start. That fox is lurking in the background though. Oh. So, playing co-op mode. Press A on the second controller to join as Fox, or press Y to switch to Fox in single player mode. So we can play this as a local co-op game, if you have a friend or someone you can play with. So I'm just going to press Y. So I'm now the Fox. Presumably I have to make the bear fall in the water. Ha ha ha! There we go. Problem is, polar bears can swim. Jump over him. Oh, yep.
Tokutawayak-tok kisimreomi. Aranapkangapiak-tok.
There we go, I can switch to her then. I'll presume we carry on going. But now my little fox companion's going to follow me. The weather did not clear up as a blizzard was followed by yet another blizzard. A to continue.
Kole ringai chok inyugunut. Teriganniak kakanibliko. Teriganniak tamna allatun Inuit.
So we can now watch a cultural insight about the Arctic fox.
When I was growing up, my grandpa had a pet white fox. If you're a good friend with a fox, when there's danger abound, they try to keep you from getting into trouble. They pull tricks here and there, and foxes are like spoiled little kids in a way. When you let her out, she'd go prancing out in the snow, jumping in the air. I know she was happy then. Come running at me and jump on my chest, knock me backwards, lick my face, and I try not to let her. So that was my memory of my grandpa's pet fox.
So we'll carry on then. Tap A to climb the wall, but as fox. Okay, so tap, 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 tap. Go on, scramble. There we go. Okay, and he can chuck down a rope, so we can pass it back and just use the left stick to climb up. Okay, nice little simple puzzle. The snow seems to be a bit thicker there. Oh. So wind seems to be one of the hazards that we're going to get. Okay, so we can stay in a hole. Can we run quickly to another hole? Well, there's no more gusts. Okay. So if we stay out of the wind, we don't get blown away. Oh, God, we're skidding. I thought the fox was going to fly in my face then. So hold B to brace again. Oh, too slow. Give me more time. Alright. You can brace by literally digging in. Oh look, the fox is doing it as well. That's pretty cool. I don't know how long it is between it. I might have to brace again. There goes the owl. Watch Caribou Skin clothing culture insight. Let's do that.
Caribou was It provided for us in many ways.
Our clothing in those days was made of all caribou skin.
I grew up wearing caribou pants, mittens, caribou skin mattress, blankets.
Some people had boots that were made with wolf leggings, sealskin sole bottoms. Baleen was shaved to make insoles. They kept us quite dry and warm as well. But the caribou skin clothing was the best. We would get as many yearlings as we could for our outer clothing. And for a heavy winter, we would get caribou in February or March because the hair was the longest and the skin was the thickest, and we would use those for our winter gear. With that stuff on, you could sleep outside in 50 below and it wouldn't bother you a bit.
I can't say I'd be keen to sleep outside in 50 below. That's pretty cold. Oh! Nearly got me. So presumably I can jump on that. Let's try it. Yep, I can. Fantastic. Okay, thought it was going to trick me. Oh shit. Oh, I may have just killed it. No! The fox is crying. So the fox is teaching us about this helper, so do I need to be the fox to do this? I don't know, it's just going to move on its own. Okay. Let me jump to the second one. And that should hopefully glide somewhere. Oh, it's a bit of a jump. Oh. Yep. Can we move? Or this time do I have to jump? I hope you're not tricking me. You are tricking me. Why won't you move? Come on. Not yet. Oh. Do you need to come over here as well, Fox? Ah, that could be the problem. Maybe we both need to be over to the far side. Or close to the far side. Yeah, now you're going to move. Okay. That was strange. Okay. Watch. Sila has a soul. Is Sila the owl?
Sila is the weather. It also means the atmosphere. Here's the Nuna, or the land. And it's anything from the land into the moon, the sun, the stars. That's Sila.
It's a very spiritual, and we have a relationship with Sila. Sila has a soul in the same way we do as people, in the same way animals do.
I think spirit helpers in and of themselves are really about how we're connected with things. And so it may be that there is a spirit helper that shows themselves as a bird to show you the way home, or it may be a spirit helper that actually decides to show themselves with the face and body of a man instead of their animal form. And so I think one of the things that's hard to understand is that it's not one way of seeing things, it's one way of knowing you're connected to everything.
We've always had that spirituality of everything around us.
It's the interaction you have with the air you breathe, the ocean that you gather resources from, the rivers from which you gather fish, the tundra from which you pick berries, the animals that give themselves. It's all of that.